Imagine a time when the speed limit was just 20 miles per hour, roads were mostly dirt, and driving required goggles, a leather cap, and a serious amount of bravery. The 1910s was the decade where the automobile transformed from a fragile, horseless carriage for the ultra-wealthy into a reliable, engineered machine. And right at the center of this revolution was Great Britain. British engineers weren't just building cars. They were defining luxury, sports racing, and mass production all at once, right before World War I changed the world forever. Today, we are cranking up the starting handle and counting down the top 10 British cars of the 1910s that shaped automotive history. Starting at number 10, we have the Austin 7 horsepower, affectionately known as the Betty. Long before the famous Austin 7 of the 1920s, this little single-cylinder machine was Herbert Austin's attempt to bring motoring to the middle class. It was tiny, basic, and put out a modest 7 horsepower. But it proved that British manufacturers didn't just care about royal limousines. They were already thinking about affordable, everyday transport. Next up at number 9 is the Singer 10, launched in 1912. This car practically invented the British light car class. Instead of a heavy, scaled-down big car, Singer built a lightweight, brilliantly engineered vehicle from scratch. It featured an innovative iron engine and a transaxle gearbox. It was so sturdy that it even won economy runs and raced at the famous Brooklands track, becoming an overnight sales success. Coming in at number 8, we leap to the end of the decade with the Wolseley Viper. During World War I, Wolseley built aircraft engines, specifically the Hispano-Suiza V8, which they modified and named the Wolseley Viper. When peace returned in 1919, they took that massive, high-compression aircraft knowledge and infused it into their post-war cars. The Viper was fast, loud, and symbolized the fierce transition from wartime production back to high-performance civilian driving. At number 7 is the Rover 12. Designed by the brilliant Owen Clegg, this car literally saved the Rover Company from financial ruin in 1912. Clegg looked at how standard, overcomplicated British cars were built and decided to simplify everything. He created a bulletproof 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine. It was so reliable, elegant, and well-priced that it became the definitive choice for doctors, lawyers, and professionals across Britain. Number 6 takes us to Wolverhampton with the Sunbeam December 16th. Designed by Louis Coattelin, this car was a masterpiece of efficiency. It featured a clean, monoblock engine design where the cylinders were cast together in a single block, a massive leap forward for reliability. The 1216 was so well-engineered that it took clean sweeps at the Coupe de l'Auto races, and when World War I broke out, the British War Office snapped them up by the thousands to use as staff cars and ambulances. At number 5, we have something completely different. The Morgan three-wheeler, introduced to the public at the 1910 Cycle Car Show. HFS Morgan realized that by putting 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the back, he could bypass the heavy British taxes on four-wheeled cars. Powered by a roaring motorcycle V-twin engine stuck right out on the front nose, the Morgan was incredibly light and deceptively fast. It gave working-class Brits a taste of genuine sports car thrills on a budget. Number 4 is the Lanchester 38 horsepower. If Rolls-Royce represented traditional luxury, Lanchester represented absolute engineering madness. The Lanchester brothers refused to copy anyone. The engine sat between the driver and front passenger, creating a massive, spacious cabin. It had epicyclic gears, a fully counterbalanced engine that ran smooth as silk, and a ride quality that rivaled a modern luxury sedan. It was eccentric, brilliantly engineered, and preferred by Indian Maharajas and tech-forward elites. Entering our top 3, we have a legend, the Vauxhall Prince Henry. This is widely considered by automotive historians to be the world's very first true sports car. Designed by Lawrence Pomeroy for the 1910 Prince Henry Tour in Germany, this car was built for raw speed and endurance. With its distinctive fluted hood and a torquey 3 or 4-liter engine, it could cruise at 75 miles per hour at a time when most cars struggled to hit 30. It was the ultimate rich boy toy of the pre-war era. Our runner-up at number 2 is the historic Talbot 25 horsepower. In February 1913, at the iconic Brooklands circuit, this exact car did something that people thought was physically impossible. Driven by Percy Lambert, the Talbot 25 became the first car in human history to cover 100 miles in a single hour. It smashed the world record, proved British high-speed endurance to the globe, and made Lambert an international superstar. It was a milestone machine. And finally, at number 1, there could only be one choice: the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. While introduced in 1906, it was during the 1910s that the Silver Ghost cemented its reputation as the best car in the world. It was so quiet that people said you could only hear the ticking of the dashboard clock. It was so reliable that it completed a 15,000-mile virtual nonstop trial without a single mechanical failure. When the war came, its chassis was so incredibly strong that the British military wrapped it in heavy steel plating to create the legendary Rolls-Royce armored car. It represents the absolute pinnacle of British engineering, luxury, and durability of the era. The 1910s was a decade of incredible triumph, cut short by the tragedy of war, but the innovations made by these British automakers laid the groundwork for the modern cars we drive today. Which of these brass-era beauties would you want in your garage? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more automotive history, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy motoring!